All right, so we're gonna get started. Today we're making a Whirligig Fidget. So this is one that I made. So this is one side and then this is the other. So the way it works is you spin it like this, get it all wound up, and then you pull it back and it spins like that. So it's something fun that you can just fidget with, play around with. You can have friends make it, family members make it, and you guys can do it together. So what you're gonna need is 3 pieces of stock paper, so heavy paper, a pencil, a pen, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, any type of yarn or thread that we're gonna put through it. I'm using just like some thin pink yarn. Something that you can trace the circle with. So I'm just using a Tupperware lid, but you can use a cup full, anything. And then I have markers as well. So the first thing I'm gonna do is all 3 of my pieces of paper are all together like this. So I'm just gonna put my cap on top and trace a circle out. Just like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it, all 3 pieces of paper together. I'm gonna cut those all out. Trying to stay on the line as much as I can. All right, when you're done, you should have 3 circles that are the same size, just like that. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my circles and I'm gonna glue them all together. So I'm just gonna put glue on the back of one of them and then glue it onto this one. What we're doing is making it really thick so that when you spin it, it spins a lot easier. And I'm gonna take my other one, put glue on the back of that, glue that down as well. So what you'll have is all 3 will be glued on top of each other, just like this. And then the next thing you're gonna wanna do is you can just make a design. You can make any design. I did spirals and polka dots. So what you wanna do is you wanna do 2 different designs on both sides and you wanna make it really colorful so that when you spin, you can really see it. So this time I think I'm gonna make some swirls. I'm gonna do swirls like this on one side with a bunch of different colors. You want to make sure it's really covered so that you can see a lot of the colors when you spin it. You use a bunch of different colors so it looks really cool. You can do stars, you can do circles, you can do polka dots, you can draw a picture. Really anything you want to do, it's yours. You want to make it yours. One more swirl. That's what one side looks like. I just did a bunch of swirls on it. And then I think for the other side, I'm going to do some bigger dots than on my first one. So I'll do some circles, just like that. I'm gonna do a bunch of those. You can use different colors for the back. I'm using the same set of markers, but if you want to do a certain kind of colors on one side and a certain kind on the other, maybe darker and lighter, that would also look really cool when you're spinning it. Don't worry about it being perfect. This is just yours. Just a fun toy to play with. We've done some red. We'll do some red. Do a bit more purple. All right, so these are my dots and these are my swirls. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna find the center of your circle as well as you can. Mine's about right there. In my blue, I made a dot, and then you're gonna poke 2 holes on either side of the dot. So you're gonna do about 1/2 inch. So I'll do one and I'll show you. I'm just using a pen to poke mine, but anything that will poke through it. So I just went like that. And then you're gonna do one more on the other side, about 1/2 inch away from it. And this is where your string is gonna go. Something sharper will work a little bit better. Make sure you have a parent with you when you do that. But pen worked fine on my first one. So now I have my 2 holes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my string, and you want about 2 feet. So I'll do mine a little bit bigger this time than I did my last one. I'll do about that big. Mine's about this long. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna poke it through one of your holes, just like this. And then you're gonna pull it through. And then you're gonna poke it through the other side of your other hole. So what I had to do was take my pen and kind of change the direction of the poke to make it go through a little bit easier. It's a little tricky to get. If you can't get it through, make the hole a little bit bigger or cut the end off so it's a little bit easier. I'm gonna cut the end of mine off because it's a little bit frayed at the end. I'm gonna make kind of a point so I can get it through a little bit easier. And then you should just be able to pull it through. So once you do that, you're going to make sure the strings are even on the other side. And then you're just gonna tie a knot. My strings aren't quite even. So you pull it, make sure you tie a knot at this end. You want it to be pretty close to the end, so keep it tight here. Do it 2 or 3 times to make sure that it's a really strong knot. Gonna do one more just to make sure mine is super strong. Pull it really, really tight, and then you're gonna pull this through so that it's even, just like this. And you can pour it like this, get it really, really wound up, and then you just pull it out straight. And that's what it looks like. This is a really awesome tool. It's a really good calming tool. You can spin it and look at the colors as it spins. You can do it breathing exercises. You can count to 10 and spin it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then breathe out and do it that way. But yeah, it's a really fun activity. It's a really cool fidget and tool to use. And thank you guys for watching.